Okay, yeah. Last day of summer is September 22nd on Monday. So I got 2 more weeks left. This is one of them. This is TNA week. All my matches are TNA matches. And the good thing about TNA week is that there's a lot of TNA matches I haven't seen. There's very few TNA matches I've seen. Like, if you show me a list of the top 20 TNA matches before this week, I've probably seen like 5 of them. So there's a lot of good choices I can make this week. And let's just go get to it. First match I saw this week was Bram versus Abyss from TNA Impact from August 7th, 2014. And this is a first. This is the first time that I watched a match that happened after the Summer Wrestling started, which means Summer Wrestling started back in June. And this match happened last August. So this is the first match I watched after I started making these Summer Wrestling videos. Just to show you that, you know, every match is eligible for this Summer Wrestling, even matches that just happened. So I missed this match when it first aired back in August. So I decided to watch it for this video review. And this is a Monsters Ball match. I thought it was good, but it wasn't great. Like, there's some cool spots like with thumbtacks and barbed wire boards, but nothing too crazy that I haven't seen before. But really good for a TV match. I gave it 3.25 stars. Not the greatest match, but very good for a TV show. 3.25 stars is a solid match rating, I think. Okay, next match. Ultimate X match. Bound for Glory 2009. People in this match were Amazing Red versus Suicide versus Daniels versus Homicide versus Chris Sabin versus Alex Shelley. Okay, Bound for Glory 2009. It's an awesome match. Great spots. It's an Ultimate X match. I thought it was amazing stuff. You know, not the greatest, you know, Ultimate X match I've ever seen, but really good. I gave it 4.25 stars. Okay, next match saw. This was a Monsters Ball match from Bound for Glory 2008. And really wanted to watch this match because it was a Chicago pay-per-view and loved watching the Chicago crowd. And this was a fun match. It had Beer Money, which is James Storm and Bobby Roode versus Abyss and Abyss and Matt Morgan versus the Latin American Exchange, which was Hernandez and Homicide, and then versus Team 3D, Brother Devon and Brother Ray. So I gave this 3.75 stars. I thought this was a good match. Just fell a little short of 4 stars, but some good, like, you know, hardcore stuff. They had Mongo McMichael, former, you know, WCW wrestler, former Chicago Bears player, the ex-husband of Deborah McMichael, and he was fun to watch. He was like the worst referee I've ever seen. His count was so slow, but it kind of made it much more enjoyable because he was counting so slow, and like I think it was like Homicide kept like getting pissed off at him because he was counting so slow on the pinfalls. I mean, it was a good match. 3.75 stars. Just missed being 4 stars. Okay, next match. This is a match I've wanted to see for a while. Kurt Angle versus Mr. Anderson, Lockdown 2010. I was watching TNA in 2010. I think I watched TNA the whole year in 2010, which is I'm a very casual TNA fan and I don't watch every week. But I think in 2010 I watched every week in 2010. And there was a feud I really liked, Mr. Anderson and Kurt Angle. And so it was one of the matches I wanted to see, and I think this match was great. 4.5 stars. It was a cage match, and just good storytelling. Kurt Angle did his like moonsault from the top of the cage. It was like amazing looking. And I guess there's some parts of the match that were kind of slow and boring a little bit, but 4.5 stars. I thought this match was really good. Loved storytelling about how Kurt Angle, he had a chance to win the match, but he stayed in the match because he wouldn't leave the cage until he knew Mr. Anderson was finished. And it was a really good match. For a while I thought this was gonna be my match of the week, but I was wrong. There's some more matches that are better, believe it or not. So here are 4 matches left. Next match I saw. This match I almost didn't review, but I decided to add last minute. James Storm versus Bobby Roode from Bound for Glory 2012. It was a street fight with King Mo as the enforcer. And I don't know much about the story of James Storm and Bobby Roode. I remember they were tag team, they were Beer Money. I knew they broke up and they had this match. And it was a street fight, and I'm always nervous about street fights because, a lot of street fights, they're supposed to be very violent. They're supposed to be no holds barred and a fight. And a lot of times, there's no blood, or the wrestlers, they do too much wrestling and not enough fighting. But this match was perfect. James Storm got busted open, which was good. It needed some blood, and this was 2012, which this is during a time when blood was rare in wrestling. So I remember reading reviews about James Storm getting busted open when this match happened, and being kind of a big shock because back in 2012, WWE has strict no blood policy, and I think a lot of I remember TNA having too much blood. So in 2012 there was today there's not very rarely blood on TNA or WWE. In 2012 was just like that. There wasn't much blood. So to see James Storm bleed a lot was kind of shocking. But this was just amazing street fight. You could see that they were really fighting hard. It felt like a real fight. They weren't this wasn't a wrestling match. This was just a fight. They were was there chair shots? I don't know, but they were hitting each other with trash cans and trash lids and beer bottles and thumbtacks, and it was crazy. I think it might be the best street fight I've ever seen. Either this match or the match Jack versus Triple H at the Royal Rumble. But this match was so good. Trying to think what I didn't like about this match, and there was nothing I didn't like about the match. It was perfect. No botches. They did what they're supposed to do. What a street fight should look like. So I gave it 5 stars. I didn't think I wasn't sure if I was going to give any matches for the rest of the summer 5 stars, but this one I had to give it 5 stars. Because I found no reason not to give it 5 stars. And so I just assumed this was going to be the match of the week. And it wasn't. Because then I watched AJ Styles versus Daniels versus Samoa Joe from Turning Point 2009. And the reason I watched that match is because I saw that the one, what's it called? The Unbreakable match, I think the show was called. And where that was considered the greatest match in TNA history. And I watched that match. I gave it 4.5 stars. So this was the sequel. So I was I want to see this match because I saw the first match. I liked it a lot. So I want to see this match, which is good. And I just think this match was better. I gave it 5 stars, which it was just incredible. And no botches. All the moves were amazing. AJ Styles was doing some complex moves. Dan was doing some complex moves. Samoa Joe was doing complex moves. All these moves were look ridiculously challenging and hard, and no margin of error. And they were just executing the moves perfectly. It was so fun to watch. The spots were so entertaining. Very innovative spots that I don't really see. But just wrestling was just so perfect. Everything I want to see in a wrestling match is great wrestling. Very suspenseful. The finish was fine. Yeah, I had no clue who was gonna win. Kept me guessing the whole match. It was just perfect. And this is just like the last match. It's I was thinking, do I want to give this 5 stars? And I was thinking I have no reason not to give this 5 stars. So I gave this 5 stars also. I was surprised. 2 back-to-back 5 stars match. I can't believe it, but I had to do it. I mean, it's crazy. This is going to be the best week I've ever done, by far. And the next match I watched a match that some people think is the greatest match in TNA history. It was America's Most Wanted versus Triple X at Turning Point 2004 as a steel cage match. America's Most Wanted was Chris Harrison and James Storm versus Triple X was Crystal Daniels and Elix Skipper. So I gave this match 4.5 stars. I wasn't give 4.5 stars. I was watching this match and kind of disappointed at first. It was a really good match. You know, a lot of blood, some good spots. But I was thinking, like, this match does not feel like one of the best matches in TNA history. And then they did this one like awesome spot where can't even describe it, but this Skipper guy, he you've seen his match, you probably know what I'm talking about. He gets to the top of the cage and he just get who he knocks down, but he does a hurricanrana off the top of the steel cage. It's impossible to describe. It's like you gotta look at this match, look at this move to see it. It's like unbelievable. And I mean, it just looked amazing. And then there are really good spot in this match, some kind of like Tower of Doom spot. But when I think about it, you know, this match was really just two really good spots, and the rest of the match was okay. The announcers were hyping this match up like it's the greatest thing they ever saw, and that helped a little bit. Because if announcers believe it's the greatest match they've ever seen, and you start believing it too. But really, it was only those two spots that made me like this match so much. But those spots were so good, I felt that anything less than 4.5 stars would be, a bad rating. So I had to give 4.5 stars. But it's kind of like barely 4.5 stars. Like, I wouldn't go any higher than that because I don't think it was a 5-star match. It just had two really good spots, but the rest of the match was like a 4-star match. Okay, so that's it. My 7 matches, and that's crazy. Out of the 7 matches, 5 matches were 4 stars or more. Amazing. And 4 matches were 4.5 stars or more. That's wait, no. Yeah, right? Yeah, 4 matches were 4.5 stars or more. That's insane. And I'll tell you how insane it is when I tell you that out of my top 10, 4 matches from this week made my top 10 of the whole summer. That's crazy. Really unbelievable. That's right there. 40% of the top 10 of the whole summer. 86 matches came from this week. Amazing. But that's what happens, you know. TNA. I'm not surprised because I haven't seen a match of TNA. So I was watching like some of the best matches TNA's ever done. Yeah, I couldn't do it with like WWE because I've seen almost all of like WWE's greatest matches. So it makes sense that TNA had the best week in the whole like summer wrestling so far. But here we go, top five of the week, and these are gonna be like some really good matches. I mean, to make the top 5 in this week is like really impressive. So number 5 was the Ultimate X match from Bound for Glory 2009. Number 4 was America's Most Wanted versus Triple X Turning Point 2004. Number 3, Kurt Angle versus Mr. Anderson, Lockdown 2010. Number 2, James Storm versus Bobby Roode, Bound for Glory 2012. And number 1 match of the week, AJ Styles versus Daniels versus Samoa Joe, Turning Point 2009. Okay, top 5 matches of summer. You know, so this we kind of shaked up my top 5. Let's see the new top 5 now. You can see all this. You can see top 5 for summer and the top 5 for this week in the description. Here we're gonna read it off right here. Number 5 matches summer. It's gonna be that 6-man tag team match from Barry Legal, 1997. I gave it 4.5 stars. Number 4 matches summer. It's gonna be Cactus Jack versus Kevin Sullivan. No, Cactus Jack and Kevin Sullivan versus the Nasty Boys. The Nasty Boys. Sorry, I think I said that wrong the first time. That's going to be from Slamboree 1984. I gave that 4.5 stars. And now the top 3 matches, all 5-star matches. Let's see where I'm going to rank these matches. Number 3 match of the summer. James Storm versus Bobby Roode from Bound for Glory 2012. 5-star match. Number 2 match of summer. Which one's going to be? Is it going to be the TNA match, or is it going to be the defending champion? It's the TNA match. It's AJ Styles versus Daniels versus Samoa Joe from Turning Point 2009. 5-star match. And right now it's the best TNA match I've ever seen. And number 1 match this summer, the best match of the summer so far. CM Punk versus Samoa Joe for Ring of Honor, the second match of their classic trilogy, and that's another 5-star match. Okay, thanks for watching. Next week, the final week of this series, it's gonna be DVD week where I just watch. I take one match from a DVD I have. I'm just picking matches that I haven't seen. I have on DVD, but I haven't seen yet. So there's a good chance for me to catch up on some of the matches I missed on my DVDs. So thanks for watching. I'll be back next week for the final week.